you guys, welcome back to Students Ace Life. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome if you're new. Today is going to be another sit down video because we're going to talk about a very important topic, and that is how to be a successful student. We're going to talk about the number one tip that you need to know and implement in your life to be a successful student. So sit back again, relax, and enjoy the video. The ideas in this video, once again, are from a book that I read and is very dear and near to my heart. It's called Find Your Why by Simon Sinek. And the theme, or the overarching idea of this book, is that you can really motivate yourself to do anything by understanding your purpose and goal in life and knowing your ultimate why. And today I have my notes right here on my computer. Today we're going to discuss these ideas and how you can practically put them to use in your life. And I will link a PDF in the description that you could use. It's basically a checklist, but it's more of a map that you can use to guide you in implementing these tips in your life. The first thing we'll do is I will talk you through the ideas we're going to discuss in the video, and then I'll show you exactly how to implement them using the purpose goal task map that I created. The first thing that we need to discuss is to know your purpose in life, and that is your ultimate why. Knowing your purpose just means knowing what you're trying to reach at the end of your life. What exactly are you here for, and what exactly are you trying to achieve and accomplish throughout your life? It might sound very conceptual and cloudy at the beginning, but we're gonna get practical into what to do in your day-to-day life to achieve that purpose and ultimately fulfill that purpose. But you first need to get deep and dirty with your purpose and know your why. Why are you here? What are you trying to achieve? What is it that you are all about? Like, what defines you? And how are you gonna bring that to the earth in practical ways? The second thing you need to know is to know your goals. So you've discovered what your purpose is, who you are, and what you're gonna bring to the earth. Now you need to know what are the practical goals, what are the precise goals that you have to bring that purpose to life. What are the goals that you want? Think about them. They have to be specific goals, they have to be measurable, they have to be attainable, and you have to know what they are. The third tip is to know what daily actions you can do to fulfill that purpose and to achieve those goals. This is where we get practical. This is where we get to the point right away. You know your purpose, you know what it is, you know what your goals are, but unless you implement the daily actions in your life every day, you're not gonna get there. And so this is where you write down the little tasks that you need to do every single day to achieve that purpose. And they have to be specific so that you can do them. And you have to make a habit out of them so that your growth towards your goals and purpose can be consistent. Any lasting, sustainable change has to be gradual. So that means the tasks that you write out have to be consistent and they have to be specific, and you have to do them on a day-to-day basis. Now, I'm gonna take you with me on an example that I wrote out for you using the purpose goal task map that I've created and that you can download using the PDF link in the description box below. I will show you exactly how to implement those tips in a practical way and how you too can use your own life through that example. The example that I'll show you is not my own. It's not the goals or purpose of anybody else in my life that I know. It's just something that I came up with to use an example for you. But if you want to see my life as an example, my goals and my purpose, you can look at the blog post that I have linked down below for you, and you can see that if you'd like.
All right, you guys, this is the purpose goal task map that I promised that I would create for you. If you want one, it's in the description box below, where you can download it or print it up and use it for your own goals and academic lifestyle. Today, we're going to talk about an important character that I made up just to have as an example for this little map right here. It's not from my own life. It's not anybody from my own life or anybody that I know. It's a totally made up character. Her name is Kelsey Gilbert. She's an environmentalist and an advocate for conservation of energy, for the protection of wildlife, water, land, and natural resources. She has 3 kids and a husband named David Gilbert, and she has 2 parents and a sister named Caminera. And we're going to talk about how this person with those characteristics would use this map, and this is just an example for how you too can use it for your own lifestyle. So we're going to start with the professional purpose, and for that, Kelsey's professional purpose is to advocate for energy consumption. So we're going to say advocate for energy consumption. And then her second purpose is to lead people in consuming less. So we're going to write that. Lead others in consuming less. Her third purpose is to persuade government in enforcing energy conserving laws. Her fourth professional purpose is to develop efficient and safe methods to conserve energy. And then her fifth is to protect nature and wildlife. And then we go to the personal purpose. And Kelsey's personal purpose is to provide for and support her kids. So provide for and support kids. Her second purpose in the personal perspective is to be a positive influence on her community. So her third is to support her husband and parents. Her fourth personal purpose is to stay on track with her passions. Her fifth is to be happy and content. So you guys, as you can see, these are very cloudy purposes. These are very cloudy words, and they're not really specific. Like, what do you mean by be happy and content? What do you mean stay on track with your passions? So we're going to talk about this, and we're going to talk about how we can narrow down the purpose and focus on them to actually be able to do them on a day-to-day basis. So we're going to move on from the cloudy purpose, the overarching goal, and narrow down it into the practical actions that you could do. So for her professional goals, Kelsey wants to host a conference in Paris. So we're going to say, her second goal is to start a new organization for wildlife protection. So we're going to say, start new organization. Her third goal is to send 3 energy conservation bills to Congress. So send 3 bills to Congress. When Kelsey reads this, she's going to know what she meant. Her fourth is to speak at an NRDC annual conference, and that's a natural resources organization. So speak at an And then her fifth goal in the professional sphere is to create a blueprint for a new device that can help consumers save energy. So create blueprint for new device. And then we move on to the personal goals. And Kelsey, just like all other human beings, has professional goals and personal goals. So when we come into the personal sphere, we want to emphasize that it's separate from the professional / academics / career goals. You should have personal goals as well as academic and career goals. So Kelsey's personal goals are to pay off her mortgage. And that's a very big one for most middle-aged adults. Pay off mortgage. Have all 3 kids go to college. That's also a very big one. And as a parent, that should be a goal of yours. It's not just the child's goal. Help David recover completely. So we've already established that David, Kelsey's husband, is injured. So her goal is to help him recover completely and return back to normal. So help recover completely. Her fourth goal is to start a youth group service at her local church. So start service at local church. And her 5th goal is to have a stronger relationship with her parents and her sister, Caminera. Have better relationship. And now for the daily tasks that Kelsey needs to complete every day in order for those goals to actually come to reality, come to real life. How do you take such cloudy tasks, such cloudy goals, and make tasks of them, make something that you do on a daily basis? And that's where we get to the practical, nitty-gritty tasks that you want to do. So Kelsey's first task that she wants to do to achieve those goals is to speak at a local event. Notice that we went from such a big goal, like hosting a conference in Paris and speaking at a national organization conference, to a local, close by speaking engagement. So we're going from big goals to small little tasks. So speak at a local environmentalism event. Her second task that she wants to do is create a network of people with similar-minded beliefs and endeavors. So create a bigger network. Her third task is to make a list of the necessary changes that Congress must do in order to conserve energy and be efficient. So create a list of necessary changes for Congress. Kelsey's fourth task is to reach out to other organizations that could help her build her own. So before she starts doing anything, any websites, any work on her own organization, she's going to reach out to other organizations. Her 5th professional task is to research the emerging technology for energy conservation. So that one day she could develop her own device or develop the blueprint for the new device, as we've stated in her goals. So research emerging technology for energy conservation. And moving on to the task that I recommend Kelsey would do for her personal life is to save 10% of monthly income. Then pay off rent each month on time. And then I recommend Kelsey focus on helping David and the kids with their tasks. So with schoolwork, with her husband's work, whatever it is, just helping and being a support for her family. And then her 9th task is to go to Bible study every day / on Fridays. This is for her goal of starting a youth group service at her local church. So before you try to start something new, you should be consistent with the old. Write that down. And then her last task is to call Mom and Dad and Caminera every day. So to have a better relationship with her parents, which is one of her goals, she should call them every single day. And that's how you go from goal to task. And if she looks at those tasks every single day and she tries to do each one of them and look at them either every day or every week and does them, of course she's going to fulfill her goals. And when she fulfills her goals, she's going to fulfill her purpose. And that's how you become successful at anything, is you go from the very big overarching idea and the cloudiness of it and to the practical tasks that you can do to fulfill those things. And I really hope that this PDF or this really map right here is going to provide a lot of guidance and a lot of help for you, because sometimes it's really hard to do this mentally and to sit down and actually think about it and think through that stuff and write it down. So what I hope to do with this video and with this guiding map is to provide that kind of assistance and guidance for you to mentally sort these things out into like little lists and little categories, so that you can really take the mental energy out and focus on your goals instead of how to think through them.